Hey marketers, Eli here. In today's video, we're going to break down how to scrape Google for business emails here in 2023. And I'm even going to show you how you can verify them so you don't end up in the spam box. Let's jump into it. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come over here to outscraper.com. Okay, so over here, we can create a free account. We can join for free. However, when we're scraping bulk emails, obviously, after you go past a certain point, you're going to have to pay for it. But don't worry, it costs about 0.03 cents per email. So it's relatively cheap. Like I ran one yesterday and it got me about 28,000 emails and it costed me $27. So super, super cheap. All right. So go ahead, join the free tier. It's going to prompt you to log in with your Google account. Just sign in with whatever Google account you want. And once you log in, it's going to look something like this. Right here on our thing, we can see how many credits we have. You can just add money right off the fly like this. But what we want to do is we want to come up to the top here where it says business and POIA, and then come over to the first option, Google Maps and Data Scraper. This tool is going to essentially crawl Google and find businesses with related categories that you're looking for, and then scrape Google for their information. So for their email address, their address, phone numbers, the name of the company, maybe the name of the owners on there or the manager. So all those things you can find on here. Let's just say, for example, we're looking to send emails to coffee shops. So we're going to go ahead and click coffee shop here. And then locations, obviously United States for us. And then go ahead and select your cities. So there's an option to select all. I wouldn't recommend doing that. What you can do is come here and scroll down, and these are all your individual states. And then if you select the arrow, it'll break it down by county. And then if you select that arrow again, it'll break it down by city, which would be zip code. So what I typically do, because I send a lot of cold emails, I'll select like one or two states at a time, whole states, because in my niche, there's not too many businesses typically compared to, I guess, some others, like if you're doing like restaurants or construction companies or something. So what I do is I just do state by state, and I kind of go from there. But if you're doing something that has a lot, maybe you want to go county by county, and it just depends, also on like how many emails you're trying to send. If you're trying to send, 10,000 emails a day, you're going to need a lot of email addresses. And these things run, I mean, it takes a minute for it to do it. It can take, an hour or two to scrape them. So keep that in mind. It's not going to happen instantly. You queue it, and then it takes maybe an hour to run or so. But it's good because you don't have to do it manually. So let's just say, for good measure, let's just select the whole state of Alabama here. And then on this portion right underneath the zip code, we can do maximum results. So like we said, it's about 3 cents per result. So if you only want to, maybe you're on a budget or whatever, you only want to do like 5,000 results, you can limit it to that, or 10,000 or what have you. So if you leave it at 0, it's just going to be unlimited. And then you want to come down here to this section, enrich results with other services. Click on this and then click email and contact scraper. Okay. Make sure you have that selected. Okay. And then what you're going to want to do as well is select the email address verifier. So that is what's going to not only give you their email address, but it's going to verify it as well to make sure that it's a valid email. And so if you send them a message, if you send them an email, it's not going to bounce and it's not going to mess up your deliverability. So you won't end up in spam. Okay. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to click ignore without emails. And then this is important, delete email duplicates. This has happened to me before. You want to always make sure that you select delete email duplicates. Otherwise, you can have a file and you'll get it and it'll say, oh, wow, I got 90,000 emails, but you go in and 80,000 of them are duplicates. So you don't want that. So make sure you delete email duplicates. You come down here, other parameters. I always download it as a CSV because then we can upload it to Google Sheets or whatever. And then tags. If you're doing it by city, state, or zip, anything like that, always tag it what that is. So that way, when we go into the tasks bar, when I show you in a minute, you're going to be able to see the label for each one. You can see what, what it's called. Well, so let's just do AL here for the tag. Okay. And then we're going to head and click Get Data. Now it's going to show us 806 plus queries. Finish time, it gives us a rough estimated finish time. It usually is very conservative with that. Typically, I've never had it reach the actual time that it gave me. That's just an estimate. So this would probably be done in like an hour because it's just one state. I mean, if you're doing multiple states at once, it might be a little bit more, but okay, so very rough estimate of usage based on number of queries. So we're looking at approximately anywhere from 7,000 to 28,000 contacts, okay? So that's a very rough estimate. Obviously, there's a lot of room in between. And then a rough cost averaging about $50. And we're going to go ahead and click confirm, okay? And then we're going to and then as that runs, we can go over here to tasks and we can see once it's finished, it'll show up like this, success with the green. When it's still working, it's going to have a little blue kind of loading icon and it's going to let you know it's still processing. So once it's done, it's going to look like this. And then you can go ahead and just download your file right from here. And then this is what I was talking about when I said the tags. So you can see here I have Connecticut, Massachusetts, these. So all of these I labeled as the states, you know what I mean? So right here I pulled 11,000 from Vermont. I pulled 14,000 from New Hampshire. I pulled 41,000 from Massachusetts and 17,000 from Connecticut, okay? So you can really get some good numbers from here. It just, like I said, it depends on how many emails you want to send. If you only want to send 50 emails a day, you just run, little batches and, go from there. But yeah, so we can go ahead and download this and it's going to open up, a CSV file for us. And from there, we can just go ahead and start sending our outreach emails. And I'll mention this as well. If for whatever reason you didn't select the email verifier, or maybe you just want to be, super, you want to play it super safe and do it again, you can come over here to email related and do email address verifier. And you can, input them manually here, or you can select a file and choose the file, okay? And then you would just enrich results with other services. You can do the disposable email checker, which basically will just, it'll delete it and give you your list back. You don't need to do that because it's going to send you a downloadable list with all of the verified emails anyway. It's automatically going to take them off. So don't worry about this one right here. And then other parameters, like I said, do a CSV and then do the same tag. And then because you already had a tag under that name, so maybe just put like verified or good, you know what I mean? And then get data, and that's going to show up in your tasks here as well, and then you can download. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, I want to invite you to join our Marketing Maniacs Facebook group. I'll link it in the description below. Feel free to join. Hit that subscribe, please. It does help YouTube with the algorithm. And I'll see you in the next video.